Hi students, did you think about how these metals are this much of connected with our life? Okay, we know that whatever we consider, isn't it, there will be a metallic part. Okay, and we know that our teeth, bones, etc. is also made with metals. Okay, that already know zinc, selenium, etc. There are a lot of metals are there in our body itself. But instead of that, we know that the things that we are day-to-day life, what we are using, isn't it? Most of the things contain metallic part. If you are considering mobile phone, there some metallic parts are there. Okay, then what? Safety pin, isn't it? Is some like if you consider if it is too much small needle, isn't it? Or if it is too much big, whatever it is. There are connected, this metallic parts are there. Okay, why this is this much of close with our life? Very simple reason. It is due to its properties. Okay, some physical properties. So what are these physical properties of metals? We know that this is very hard. Okay, generally metals are hard, but rare cases are the sodium, potassium, lithium, mercury. Mercury is a liquid metal. Sodium, potassium, lithium, these are soft metal and also highly reactive metals, which is stored in kerosene. Because it's highly reactive with oxygen and water. Okay, so that's why we are stored in kerosene. It will not react with the hydrocarbons. That's it. So anyway, so that is one of the property. Metals are what? Very hard. Metals are very hard. So that's why we are making the body of the car and parts of the bike. Isn't it? All such things we are making with the metals. Okay, because of that is what safe, because it's hard, isn't it? Okay. Then so that is one of the property, hardness. Okay, hardness. Then another one, we know that we want to make it different shapes, isn't it? So it is we can mold to any shape because of two properties. First one, malleability. Okay, we can beaten these metals. We can beaten into thin sheet. We know that aluminium foil that we are using to wrap the food, isn't it? So that how much thin that we know that. So aluminium, then aluminium roof, isn't it? And this if you are considering car body, isn't it? All the things, okay, that is beaten into. So metals we can beaten into thin sheet. So that property is known as malleability. That ability of the metal to become what, a thin sheet. That is known as malleability. So metals are malleable. And the property is known as malleability. Similarly, another property is ductility. So what is this ductility? As it can drawn into thin wires. Understood? We know the gold chains, isn't it? Many other things are steel strings are the. Okay, so all these things is due to what? This property we made due to this property, that is ductility. Okay, wires, copper wire, aluminium wire, etc. that we are using, isn't it? So that is also because of this property of the metal, that is ductility. It can be drawn into thin wires. So metals are ductile. And another one, we know that which have a high tensile strength. Okay, tensile strength. Steel wires and etc. we know that which have a high tensile strength. Okay, so most of the metals have very good tensile strength. And density, if you are considering density, isn't it? Density is very high. Okay, for metals. Okay, but some mercury, the soft metals, comparatively other metals which have low density. But most of the metals, generally we can say that metals have high density. Okay. Then what? Hardness, malleability, ductility, tensile strength, then what? Density. density also. Less stress is another property, less stress. We know that gold, isn't it? How shiny appearance it is showing, isn't it? So that shiny appearance, metals are showing this shiny appearance. That is known as less stress. Okay. So this is also there for some non-metals. Example, iodine. Iodine crystals are showing what a shiny appearance like metals. Okay. Then we know that a graphite is also showing understood. So that is less stress. Okay, less stress. The another one is it's a good conductor. So one of the very important property. Metals are good conductors of heat. Okay, so that is the reason ancient time onwards we were using metallic containers to cook the food. Right? As it is able to conduct the heat. That's the reason, isn't it? Metals are good conductors of heat and also electricity. Okay, we know that we are using copper wire, aluminum wire, okay, etc. for what purpose? As to conduct electricity. So wiring and etc. we are using these kinds of conductor. Silver is known as superconductor. Resistance is very less. That's why silver is known as superconductor. Okay. So, but we cannot use everywhere the silver wires, isn't it? Right? So this is too costly. So that's why we are not able to use this. Okay. But anyway, this copper is better. That's why we are using copper wire. Okay. So it's a good conductor of heat and electricity. There are some rare cases in there. So non-metal graphite is a non-metal, but it is able to conduct electricity. Similarly, another allotrope is the diamond. We know that, isn't it? Diamond is hard, very hard. Okay, hardest substance in the world is actually diamond. Okay, diamond. It is very hard. Okay, but it is a non-metal. Don't forget. Is it clear? So it's a good conductor of heat and electricity. So metals are hard, which are high density, high tensile strength, malleable, ductile, and so good conductors of heat and electricity. Clear? So these are the properties, physical properties of metals. Two more things: high melting point and boiling point. Yes, high melting point and boiling point. Okay, which have high melting and boiling point. Okay. So that means to melt the metal, isn't it? We want to heat that much. Okay. To boil also we want to heat that much. So that's why it is we can say which have a very high melting point and boiling point. Okay. Then what are the physical properties of non-metal? It's just opposite of these metals, which are not malleable, not ductile. It's not that much, which have not that much of density, isn't it? And it's not a good conductor of heat and electricity. It is not showing shiny appearance. That means not less stress. But iodine is a rare case. Okay, don't forget that. Then what? Yes, it is. But another case is it display variety of colors. Okay, variety of colors, and it is existing in solid, liquid, gas. Okay, most of the metals are in solid state, isn't it? But in the case of non-metal, it is existing in a solid, liquid, gas. Okay, bromine is a example of a liquid non-metal. Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, etc. are gases. Okay, etc. gases. Is it clear? Carbon, it is what? Carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, etc. are solid state. Okay. So which is display variety of colors, and also it is what? Display variety of colors, and it is existing in a solid, liquid, gas. Okay. So this is the opposite of what? Properties of metals. Understood? So these are the physical properties of metals and non-metals. I hope everybody understood. Thank you, students.